beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. You know the man, Coach Mike James. You know the brand, P&Z Life Coaching. And I want you to get ready and prepared for another Black Business Booming interview. Got another awesome guest, but before we do that, I encourage you to subscribe, like, share, comment, go back, watch some videos, watch the interview series, Black Business Booming, Impactful Conversations, and let me know what you would like to see on the channel as well. So do it now. What are you waiting on? Subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications when I have a new video or a new interview on my interview series. So Black Business Booming, we're back. I'm excited because I've been making so many dope connections, and oftentimes y'all have heard me say, y'all probably tired of hearing me say Convoz fam. And so yet again, I got another person that I connected with on that app that I'm so excited to just hear and get into it. So sis, without further ado, go ahead and take a moment and introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and any kind of background information before we get into it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Johnson. My business is Corpiana Inc. I am a career consultant, and I help ghetto girls create their dream careers with a background in accounting and tech. STEM is my focus, but my information is really for any minority female that works in the corporate world. So
nice. Corpiana, that man, I don't know. I hear the flavor and the soul in that. Every time you say it, it's like, oh, that's dope. I just love that name. It's so unique. And then when we get into it, like the name just makes sense for what it is. So that's dope. Ashley, thank you so much for doing this, for agreeing to do the interview. I'm so excited to just jump into it. And I know that there will be an audience that can definitely tap into this interview. So your business, when did you start your business and what inspired you to do so?
So I actually started back in 2016, and I had a different name. And at that time, I was going through things in my corporate job. So I was like, okay, forget this. I'm gonna start a business. So I went on social media and I was like, oh, okay, I see this women in STEM movement. Everybody's advocating for women in the STEM industry. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna join that. And then just over the years, it has taken me time to really find out, the real niche, what I want to do. At first, I tried to solve every problem under the women in STEM movement. Yeah, I tried to solve every problem. And so just over the years, I just really, toned it down, and I picked one lane, and finally I'm sticking to that. So
Nice. So like that bridge, and finding that, what was that pathway like, or what was that moment where you realized, okay, I'm trying to do the most. Let me narrow this thing down. What was that kind of, I guess, light bulb? I call it light bulb moment for you. You realize, okay, yeah, Mike, you do need to pick a niche in your coaching so people know how to get to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you like, look, I'm a general life coach. Here I am. But yeah, that's just like screaming, I'm a life coach. Okay, what is that? And what do you do? So what was that moment for you where you realized, like, okay, I got to narrow this thing down?
oh my gosh, it took a while. Like when I started back in 2016, I just started just doing everything. I was writing, I can write just in the corporate world, just sharing my information online. And I think what happened on social media is when you start sharing and you start talking, people start asking you, like, what do you do? And so I had to really figure that out.
Yeah. That's big. That's why I love, like, all the connections I made, right? Because the questions that come, you start realizing, okay, yeah, you can explain and you understand what you're doing and what your mission is. But for people to understand when they want to use your services or you want to attract people, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm hearing it back. I get it. Let me shift this a little bit. So when you started back in 2016, what was one of the most challenging things for you in getting started? Just, those first few steps, or what was one of the things that you look back on and say, yeah, that was a challenge?
I think, like I said, just picking that one thing. Because, I worked in the corporate world, so I know how to set up a business. So I really did all of that stuff by myself, the incorporation, I know how to do the accounting, all of that operational stuff. I know how to do that. But yeah. So really I had to, pick a lane. And then now I think it's just the marketing aspect, because I'm shy. I don't want to show up on camera.
Right,
So,
right. That's what's up. I think that's what's unique too, because a lot of times people who do some of the most amazing things, they would rather be behind the scenes,
yes.
Just like, man, you know what? But then it's that connection that you realize, you know what? For me to take this thing to where I want it to go, yeah, I might have to be behind the camera sometimes. It's like, all right, you got to give yourself that internal talk, like, all right, let's do this thing, girl.
Yes, yes, yes. So that is why I'm here today with you.
Hey, and I appreciate it. I just appreciate you giving me the opportunity. So before I talk about the next thing, you talked about, finding that one thing. So when you think about Corpiana and you think about your business, what is that one thing? What is that when somebody say, hey, Ashley, so what do you do? What's that thing that you do?
So I would say my natural gift, I'm a healer. So really, there's so many issues in corporate America, but I feel like, we don't show up as our authentic selves. We have to code
Mm,
switch a lot. So
mm-hmm.
it's all about digging into the issues for me and figuring out what is really holding you back from being your best self. And then also providing leadership advice and also the technical aspects, the tech background. I'm certified in Six Sigma, certified in project management. I work as a project manager now. So I'll be building a course that teaches those informations and that any female can use in any industry. I break it down and provide some products that'll help them build out those projects, increase, improve the process, the operations, and so they can add value so they can get that money.
Yeah, right. Get to the bag. That's awesome. I love the fact that you're building that out where people can have it, that thing. That's always that challenge for a business owner or entrepreneur to figure out what is it that can be lasting. You know what I mean? Like long after I walk away or stop doing this, that's my footprint right there, that thing that I created. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. I love that. So now you move from 2016, 17, 18, 19, even till now, and you got past that point of starting the business, right? And getting out there, figuring out what it is that you do. Now, what are some of the day-to-day challenges of running a business, being an entrepreneur, and just in steady building on what you have and what you bring?
I would say for me, since I still do work in corporate America, it's just balancing that. But and that's one reason that I really had to be focused. I have family responsibilities, I have a child. So I was like, I gotta pick something and stick to it because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have all this time to do all these things. So the day-to-day is really just balancing family and all of that with the business, I would say. But yeah, the focus part, just picking one thing and then finding help. Yeah, this
Mm.
year that was a big lesson for me. It's just finding people to help me. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
I
important.
think a lot of times that can be a big step, right? Like
Yes,
realizing you need the help because it's like, man, this is my baby. I protect it. I know, I know the sleep pattern. I know when it needs this and that. And it's like, what? It's almost like sharing. Like when you want somebody to help you, it's like, wait, share? No, no, wait, this is mine. you know?
yes,
So that's huge. I think two parts of that is huge to get to the place where you need the help. That means you're growing. And then when you get to the place where you allow that help, you know what I mean?
yes.
So it's like, whoa.
That is monumental when you allow somebody to help you on your baby, with your baby.
Right, right, right. Like, no, why are you doing it like that? Yeah, so that's awesome. I think that's really good. So now we talked about like those challenges, and you think about you and what you're doing and where you're going with your business. What are the most satisfying things and satisfying parts of being an entrepreneur and having that thing you can call yours that you started, your baby? What are the most satisfying parts of having a business or running a business?
For me, it is just helping people. Like, you know, I aggravate my people online. Like, people I connect with on social media. If I see they need help, I'm going to help them, and then I'm going to keep aggravating them. I'm going to keep pushing them to do it. So, being able to help somebody, solve a problem at work or help them get a job, all of those things. I love that. Like, you know how they say, like, do what you do. If you wouldn't get paid for it, I mean, I've been doing this for years.
Mm-hmm.
My family knows to reach out to me. Somebody reached out to me today asking me about something.
Yeah,
So just doing what you do, just helping others. I just love that. So yes.
that's dope because I love, okay, now maybe I'm privileged and maybe I'm only connecting with the business owners and the movers and shakers that have that passion to help people and really have the desire to not only help people with what they do, but be inspiring, be an
Yes.
inspiration to someone who wants to do it. So like I say, maybe I'm privileged, but everyone I talk to, and going back through all these interviews, which I often do, is that same feeling of, man, the best part is that satisfaction for my customer or my client, knowing that what I did and knowing that that baby that I'm raising, right, is out there making an impact in the world and for someone else's life. So I think that's huge when you can be there and hold that, because a lot of times it's not the case. Some people go into it. I have yet to hear or do an interview where somebody said, man, look, I just want to make money. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like straight up, I want to make money. I have yet. Now, are they out there? Of course, but I haven't had that person yet. And so I think it's just another testament to the connections that I'm making and just so many awesome people, because that's huge. That whole idea of do what you would do for free. If you weren't getting paid, would you do that? And that's something, it's got to be a real passion, so that's awesome that you're there and that's the thing that you want to do to help people. I love that. So somebody's watching, man, another Black business booming interview. This Black woman is doing it right and her experience, and she started a business now. What would you say to that person that's watching? Maybe that young girl, maybe that young boy who's watching and say, man, you know what? If they did it, if they're doing it, I can do it too. What would be some advice that you would give to that person who wants to start a business or go into entrepreneurship?
Oh gosh, like I said, do what you are passionate about. Don't just go for money, because I went to
Mm,
school and I went to school for accounting for money, and then I was miserable, right? So if you do what you're passionate about, you can make money. You can make money doing anything. And when the times get tough, you're still gonna show up. If you're passionate about it, you're still gonna show up and you're still gonna keep going and you're gonna achieve your goals. So that is my biggest thing to anyone. I know a lot of people say like, don't follow your passion, for whatever reason. But the passion is going to get you there, I think, or it's going to keep you going. Because a lot of times we don't want to show up. We don't want to get up.
right.
We don't want to do stuff, right? But if you're
Yeah,
passionate about what you do and you love it, I think that you will succeed.
man. I don't know now. Here it is again. I do believe that everything happens as it should, right? And you're just talking about that passion. Of course, I have my 5 P's on today. I didn't even know you say that, but that's what it's all about. It's really that passion. Like you said, I don't always want to show up. I don't always want to go and see what's the next thing I could do or tweak this marketing or make this change. Or when it's a big change, like I got to change this email or this number because my business grew or I did it the wrong way. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I got to do what? I think that passion is that fuel that comes from that power and that desire inside that you want to do something. So when you're passionate about it and you truly love it, that's what you're going to need to tap into on them days where it's like, this has been a week or a day. We are not doing this tomorrow. This ain't it. But to have that passion to tap into, I seriously always equate it back to that fuel,
Yeah.
that's going to just, it literally pins you to your purpose when you have that passion. And as long as you're walking in that, man, there's so much of what you need out here in this business world, entrepreneurial space. So that's kind of adding on to what you said so beautifully. That would be my advice too to people is find that thing, find that thing that you still at least smile about, even on a hard day. Like,
Yeah.
man, I'm helping people in this way. So as you think about where you are and just, I think again, your approach and what you do and all your background and experience and what you bring to the table is unique. As you think about your business, what's next? what's next for you and your business, where it's going, what's next in your forecast as you're looking at windshield of what's to come?
For me, just creating my courses and, just teaching and just sharing my soul
I
with
like that.
anybody who will take it. And, if I can help anybody, prevent them from making any of the mistakes that I made, because I made a lot of mistakes, because where I come from, a first generation college student, and, there's nobody to teach me how to act in corporate America. So if I want to share my stories, all of my knowledge, all of my wisdom, my love, my soul
Mm-hmm.
with everyone, and yeah, I have some courses that I'll be building, and I have an ebook. But yeah, just yeah, that's it. Just giving
That's
the
dope.
knowledge away.
Man, sharing your soul and that giving the knowledge of all that is amazing. And it goes, I think it still speaks back to who you are as a person and that passion writing and knowing that you are that person, that it's a humble approach and you truly desire to help people. So for all those people, they say, man, she's doing courses and ebooks and she so many things she said. That's dope that now this is her lane. How can people find out about you, see when your courses are dropping? Where do they go to find out more about Ashley? Because listen, I'm feeling her. She's laid back, but I know she's got some amazing stuff. Where do they go to find out more about what you do?
Well, I am on all social media platforms at Corpiana, or it'll be Corpiana Inc. But I'm the most active on Instagram, and that is because I love to write. So I have that little caption box. That is my heart. I put my heart and soul into that.
That's
And
awesome.
hope, that it affect somebody or help somebody in some way. So yeah, on Instagram, you can find me at Corpiana. You can find all of my information there. My link tree is Corpiana. So there's a lot of information. You can check me out. So yes.
Awesome. Awesome. And of course, all of that information will be in the description. So I encourage each of you to connect with Ashley and see what it is that you can use that she brings to the table. And even if it's getting her courses, checking out the information, you heard her, she puts her heart and soul into that comment box, to that caption. So make sure you connect so you can get some of that inspiration. And I encourage you to just drop a comment, let us know what stood out to you in the interview. And Ashley, anything else you want to leave the people with? Let me just tell you that I appreciate you for taking the time to do this. I tell people that I truly, 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 I'm grateful for every single person that takes time out of the day to, whether it's impactful conversations, whether it's Black business booming or just a conversation. I appreciate it because you could be doing anything in the world, but sharing the space and the time with me, I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you. Like you said, you always interact with people, who are in the same, in vision and inspiring. And I just like attracts like, because you are that person. You're the hypest person I know. So, so
Look, I
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, I appreciate it. And look, I think I was talking about it in the interview. I maybe I'm just privileged because all the people that I connect with, they're dope and awesome, genuine people. And that key word is people who present their authentic self. It's no fake, it's no phony. So they're authentic and unapologetic self. And I think that's the perfect recipe to attract those people that you need in your circle, or attract that audience and that target market that you need to serve, or that you want to serve. So I appreciate it. Anything else for the people? I thank you. Last words, Ashley.
Yes, I would have to say one thing. If you go on my Instagram, don't be alarmed. I know I said I'm shy, and I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of people have been saying like you're sassy, or you're not shy, and I'm like, yes, I am. Corpiana is really my alter ego that I created, so I have to show up, and like you said, it's the passion. Like the passion got me to that point. It took me forever to get on camera. So it's the passion. So yes, go with your passion. And
There you
yeah,
go.
check me out.
Awesome. I love it. Listen, that's the thing, people. Y'all go check out Corpiana and be like, wait, Ashley, and you come back to the interview like, man, listen, if you go, I want you to come back and make a comment. It's like, man, that's dope. Or your first reaction. Let us know. So appreciate you, Ashley. And I thank each and every one of you for watching another episode of Black Business Booming. And we will catch y'all next time. Peace.